It's Logan from Streets Back here, and today we're going to talk about what's all wrong with my FC that's right in front of you. Behind you? Yeah, in front of me, behind you. But, yeah, we'll talk about what's all wrong with my FC today and what all I need to fix. And I guess I can go into a little bit of how much it would cost to fix it all. But, it'll probably be a while before I fix it all. So we're just going to try and get it working as best as I can, because rotary parts are expensive. It's a sad truth. Not that many people make stuff for them anymore, and everything seems like it's $300 plus. So I guess we'll start with the simplest stuff. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say I need a new oil pan gasket at some point. It's not like leaking bad, like it's just if you look in the gap, like there's a little bit of gap in between the oil pan and the actual motor itself, and you can see oil seeping through. It's not like pouring out or anything. It's not even dripping. It's just you can see it seeping in that crack, which probably means, well, should mean it needs a new gasket. Another thing, I'm pretty sure I need new wheel bearings, because if you rotate it, it makes sounds. One of these wheels, like, it has a little bit of wiggle in it, but both of them definitely make sounds. I haven't checked the rear wheels yet, but I'm pretty sure they might need some new wheel bearings too. But there is a chance that the actual sound I'm hearing could be just like a fitment issue, but I'm pretty sure it's wheel bearings. But not 100%, but I'll take the wheels off and check at some point. And what else do I need? Eventually I need to take the engine out, because on the actual rotary itself, it works kind of, I guess the closest equivalent would be like a piston ring, but the rotors actually have oil control rings, or what it's called. It's little rings that sit in the middle of the rotor and are supposed to keep oil from flowing into the combustion chamber. So basically, if it won't seat or properly seal, on startup it'll smoke a lot until it finally seals ish, which it doesn't seal perfectly even then. So if you try and rev it out, it's going to start burning oil like crazy. As I've driven the car, it's smoked less, so I'm not 100% that it's the issue, but pretty certain. Most likely that's what it is, because it has been having oil smoke on startup, like pretty bad when I first got it. It's gotten better, but it's still, more than you'd like to burn. So I'm assuming that's the issue, but if I take the engine out, break it apart, we'll know for sure. Also, my car, when I bought this, it came with a spare 13B, which was the original motor that was in it, because the person who had it before me took the original motor out and put this one in. He said he replaced some of the seals. He didn't say exactly what all he replaced. He just said that he replaced some of it. So kind of not 100%, so I'd have to pretty much break it down to figure out what all he has replaced. And it's constantly just looking, seeing what's been replaced, what's been done right and what hasn't. So there's a lot of stuff that isn't really, a lot of little things like wires that need to be actually hooked up to something, or like actually pinned to like a wall or somewhere where they're not running against something. There's a lot of stuff like that needs to be fixed. What else is there? Oh yeah, the gear shift wiggles in all the gears. Like you pretty much have neutral wiggle in all gears, which is not a good thing at all. Also with the gear shift, it doesn't have a like locking nut around the shift knob, so the shift knob is just kind of loosely sitting on there at the moment. So that'll be another thing I need to fix. But if the oil control rings are out, that'll be like I think $300-$400. I looked it up, but it's not cheap. And wheel bearings weren't cheap either. I'm trying to remember, don't quote me on this, but I want to say like $150-$200, probably around that for each wheel bearing. So that'd be $400 for both of these, which, you know, that's already like $800. And that's not including, I'd need an engine crane to get this thing out, which I guess I could try and borrow one if I could find one of my friends that actually has one, because none of my friends really have an engine crane. Well, I think one of them might, but I do have an engine stand. But to get the engine on an engine stand for the rebuild and stuff, I would need an adapter plate, which I think that's like $80. Yeah, these things really are money pits, but you gotta love them. They make a cool sound, what can I say? Oh yeah, my favorite sticker on the car. Yes, the car is fine, for certain. It's absolutely, I mean, look at it. She's mint. I don't know what they're talking about. Just ignore the jack stands. Yeah, if you ignore the jack stands, perfectly mint. Ignore the missing trim right there. It's not missing trim. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't just show you that. She's perfectly mint for a 1986 FC RX7 that I picked up for $4,500. I mean, I would say it's a decent deal. It runs and drives, sort of. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the most important thing that needs to be fixed, which it's leaking. I'm not sure if there's a fuel line or if it's the actual tank. I'm leaning more towards the tank being what's leaking, but I'm not 100% certain, so I gotta drop the fuel tank. But right now I'm trying to get the exhaust off, because you gotta remove a lot of the exhaust components. Well, when I say a lot of the exhaust components, kind of like the back half of the exhaust to get the fuel tank down anyways. So I'm just gonna go ahead and yank the exhaust off, because I need to, already bought it. I need to replace the header gasket or exhaust manifold gasket, whichever you prefer. And really, I'll figure out how many exhaust gaskets along the exhaust that I have to replace, because I know at the Y pipe there's one, but I'm going from a Y pipe just to a single exit, because that's less exhaust gaskets for me to have to buy, and hopefully it'll be louder, and hopefully I can actually get the exhaust going out the back, you know, not just exhaust leaking, headers, and God knows where else. But that's kind of what I'm working on right now, is just the exhaust. Then I'm gonna work on the fuel tank slash fuel line, whichever it ends up being. Sorry for the wind if that's loud. I don't know if it will be, but it could be. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Eventually, I would like to make more power, but it's probably going to cost me all of my money just to get this thing running. So, also this is an open diff car, so like a limited slip would be nice. Also, it's a 4-lug, which I like these wheels. You know, it's kind of hit or miss. Some people like them, some people don't. But I'd like to get a bigger rim on here, and also, well, the main reason I'd like to swap to 5-lug is because they have bigger brakes. Because I think, I may be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure the 4-lug comes with 1 piston front discs, which ain't very good. But the 5-lug, like the GTUs and the Turbo 2 come with come with the 5-lug and I think 4-piston brakes, but they come with bigger brakes, and I kind of want those because if I eventually track the car, I think bigger brakes would be nice. Also, like, I'd like to get like the roof spoiler. I'm not sure if I like what I want, you know, what I want. I'm trying to angle. There we go. Right here, if I want like sort of duckbill, I'll probably just go with stock sort of wing, or like an OEM plus. Like Cork Sport used to make a wing for it. Sorry for my stupidity there. I was struggling to try and angle to right there, but yeah, I'd like to do that. As far as body kits or anything like that, I really like the stock body on the FC. So I mean, it's just a pretty car from the factory, so it's kind of just, do I really want to, you know, like, it's pretty as is. Like, I kind of don't want to mess it up or like chop it up or anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the FC. I want to get something that would be a better daily, because right now I'm dailying 97 F250, which I want to make a video on that sometime soon. Not today though, because my dad's using it right now, but I would like to make a video on that because I actually do really like that truck, but I kind of want to get something that gets a little better gas mileage with these gas prices. But we'll see if I do acquire me something else. I still want to get something cool-ish, but good gas mileage. Hopefully manual, because automatic's all right, but you know, it's okay. But I'm kind of bored with it, and I really just want to drive manual at the moment because I can't really drive this thing around too much. But when I have been driving around, it's been a blast. So hopefully sometime in the near future we'll have another car to unveil, hopefully. But look at that pretty FC. Yeah, I just really love the looks of the car. I like the engine-ish. Me and the vacuum system on the 13B have some beef, but other than that, really not too bad. Like, I don't like how everyone tries to make like rotaries out to be such a hard thing to deal with. Like, I mean, it's like pretty much any other car. There's going to be systems and stuff that you're going to run into stuff that's completely new to you usually, and you'll just be confused. Like, unless you're just like an experienced mechanic, I mean, it's pretty much like a similar experience to any other car, like, for the most part. I mean, breaking it apart, it's obviously going to be different, but I mean, it's still the same basic skills. You're still doing the same basic things. I mean, of course, as you get more advanced, there's more stuff that's, you know, but that's with any, like, a specific manufacturer. Like, Boxers have their own skill set, you know. There's different stuff, and you know, don't be afraid to go out there and try something different. You know, get a different, you know, car with a, you know, more unique engine. You know, you don't have to get a 4-banger, you know, a V6. It's something, you know, get whatever you want and, you know, give it a shot. You know, that's just my advice-ish, Evan Shanks-esque piece of advice I'm trying to give, but well, I guess that should about do it for this video. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you liked it, and yeah, that'll be it. I'll see you guys next time.